We take a look at what the newspapers are saying this morning. Daily News in Egypt devotes its headline on the visit of Egyptian Minister of Foreign Affairs Sameh Shoukry in Belgium, a visit meant to discuss with senior officials in Brussels the issue about illegal immigration. These meetings took place on the sidelines of the EU's Foreign Affairs Council that is expected to include discussions on the next phase and to determine projects that Egypt aspires to implement in cooperation with the European Union. Daily News explains that the Egyptian diplomat reminded his European counterparts that no illegal migration boat left Egypt since September 2016. Shoukry welcomed the progress made thanks to the policy of combating illegal immigration, starting with the Parliament's formation of a national committee to combat illegal immigration. Mr. Shoukry stressed Egypt's stance to not establish refugee detention camps for immigrants in Egypt, noting that refugees and migrants residing in Egypt are enjoying a free and decent life. In Ivory Coast, the 2020 election deadline is fast approaching. It is in any case what the unofficial campaign of the favorites hoping to succeed President Alassane Ouattara is suggesting. Ivorian.net reports that a day does not go by without the local press talking about the war of succession at the head of the country. Several candidates have regularly been cited, but the Interior Minister and the President of the National Assembly, Guillaume Soro, hold the top of the post. The two men who are waging a war at a distance on the international personalities of who knows who, as it's said in Abidjan. Ivorian.net continues by saying, at this game, the Ivorian road has given points to all of them. Guillaume Soro, at the head of the National Assembly, is having parliamentary diplomacy, using it to his advantage by having high-level meetings. In October 2014, Soro was on the right track. He received Claude Bartolone, the president of the French National Assembly, a first that marked links considered as necessary between a candidate at the Supreme Judicial Affairs in Ivory Coast and France, which is considered as the kingmaker since independence. It is important for Guillaume Soro to be conscious of his image because of all those who took part in the rebellion. He is the only one who can't seem to have forgotten this period in his career. This is according to an observer who spoke to Ivorian.net paper. Hamid Bakayoko, on his side, decided to take measures on the stakes. To finish this press review, British authorities have reacted to Kenya in the wake of a new attack that caused the death of a British Kenyan in the north of the country. The East African tells us that Britain on Monday called on Kenya to beef up security in Laikipia County in the north of the country after a British rancher was killed by herders on Saturday night. On the Kenyan side, the Tourism Ministry has assured international tourists visiting Laikipia that the conservancies and ranches in the country are safe for safari. Kenya Police spokesperson Charles Owino said security has been intensified in the country to protect visitors, investors and tourist facilities, including camps and lodges. The northern region of the country has seen an upsurge in violence in the past few months, which observers say is a consequence of drought and famine.